How do we make an awesome animation with John Cena or anyone's head on our pivot figure? How does this happen? Let's get into that. So step one, find a head that you like. I just did a Google search. I just wrote John Cena's head. You can do this with anything. Um, it's nice if you can find one that is a PNG. That means that the background is already gone, like this, for example. And the way you can tell, see that? I don't know if you noticed that, but it started with like a solid color, then it turned into this checkerboard. So if I copy that image, I'm going to do this in paint.net. You can do it in any program that has the ability to export as a PNG. Pixlr will work. I don't know if Sketchpad will work, but we're going to try this. So I'm going to go File, New, make a new one, say OK, Control V, paste. Now it pastes that picture of John Cena, and now I want to make sure that this is a true transparent thing, because sometimes those pictures have this little checkerboard behind them, and the only way to tell is if I move it around. See that? The checkerboard actually came with him, it looks like. I'm going to put a new layer underneath. I'm going to fill it with green just so I can, as a test. Oh no, it is transparent. He is transparent. Okay, cool. I'm going to hit Control D. I'm going to hit that paint one more time on layer 2. I want to fill it all the way to the layers. I see like there's like a little bit of, I'm going to erase the edges of John Cena's head here because I'm going to click on his layer. I see that there was like a little bit of like, see this like right here? There's like a little something there. I don't want anything on the edge. I want it to be clean. So I guess I'm going to erase part of his head. Why not? Okay, cleaning off those edges. I want to turn this layer on and off, kind of looking to see if I see any weird little things. Okay, I'm going to turn that off now. I just want his head, and I'm going to save it. File, save as, PNG. This is very important. It has to be a PNG. PNGs have the ability to have transparency where you can see through them. So I'm going to call this John Cena head 2 because I've made a couple of these. Okay, so there's my John Cena head. I'm going to say flatten. My layers are going to go away. I can always hit Control Z to get my layers back. So if there's a problem, I can fix it. I suggest doing that. Okay, now let's go to pivot. Here's pivot. Okay, so I made a version of this, but I'm going to start a new one, File, New. I'm not going to save. And I'm going to start with my character, and I'm going to add in the head. File, you go to Load Sprite Image. Load Sprite Image, and that's how you get the John Cena head in. Now, it's really big. So a shortcut, if you hold down the Control key and drag, you can shrink that head. I'm going to make it so his head is pretty big, but like not, that's pretty great. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on a background color just so I can see. I'm going to set a background color here. I'm going to use linear, and it's just going to choose 2 colors. I'm going to say add, and I'm just going to call it sky or something, just so I can see that there's no like weird extra parts behind him. Okay, phase 1, we're going to edit our stick figure. So we're going to click on the stick figure and hit the pencil tool. So we're going to click the stick figure, make sure he's selected, move him around, click the pencil tool. And we're going to remove the stick figure's head. Now, if you notice, they have this like tucked, and he has like this giant long neck. I'm not sure why, but it works. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to click on this neck part, and I'm going to delete that. Okay, and then I'm going to say File, Add to Animation, and I can call this headless or whatever. You can name it whatever you want. So I'm moving the stick figure out of the way. I'm going to delete him, and I've got my headless stick figure. Now, the next phase is you're going to use this join button, and you can join anywhere you want. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to take the orange dot from him and put it there. Now, that's not very good. It's going to look weird if I have this, I guess if he was like levitating the head or something. So how do I get that head in the right spot? Well, through much trial and error, I figured this out. So I'm going to help you with that. So I'm going to click on this again. I'm going to actually highlight both of them. No, click on the red dot for him, and I'm going to unjoin that figure. Okay, so now I've got figures separated, and I'm going to go edit the John Cena head. So let's click on the edit figure type, the pencil. So what we need to do is we need to create a spot that's right under his neck. So we're going to add a line. So when you click on any of these tools right here, the second you click on it, you'll notice everything else grays out. That means you have to take this plus sign. You have to click somewhere and create a line. I'm going to make a line that goes right to the center of where his head, so like his neck would be like right about here. I'm going to put a dot right there. I'm going to click. Now, I'm going to make this the main segment handle, which is that orange dot. I'm going to change this spot to the orange dot. Boom. Now, I'm going to make that line, this line that's selected, turn into nothingness so that we don't see it. I'm going to say File, Add to Animation. Now, you can also save this. By the way, I suggest, I suggest saving it too. I'm going to hold Control Z. I'm going to shrink the size here. Now you see I can grab this right handle. The left handle you don't want to grab, it's going to do weird things. The right handle though, I can spin him around. I would love to know how to get rid of this one so I only have a handle that spins his head. Peter, if you're watching. But let's attach this head. I'm going to get rid of this one. Let's just toss that off the screen for now. And I'm going to click on the orange dot and I'm going to say join, and I'm going to join it right here. And now I have a fully functioning John Cena head. And if I want to flip him, this is kind of cool. You can flip him this way. Flip. Oh, it didn't flip his head. Maybe I have to select his head to flip the head. I do. You can turn the head though. That's really cool. So he's facing the other way. And then I can flip the head back. You got to make sure you click on the handle for the head. Flip the head back. It's still attached, but it flips. And he runs back. And let's watch that. That's amazing. Hey, John Cena, look at you. So you can find a head that's slightly facing to the left or right. You can even turn them a little bit. This is kind of cool. I hope this was useful. Don't forget to save your project, people. This is not autosave. I'm going to call this John Cena. We're going to call this custom head project, and save it. And then hopefully you now have a custom head on your character that you can add into your animation and do fun and cool things with. And to get more fancy, of course, customize the body up, add different things. Could you delete different body parts and then attach other body parts? Yes, you could. Could you make an entire John Cena doll by cutting out his body parts individually and attaching them to different parts? Yes, you could. For today, we're just doing the custom head. But you can go crazy and make a whole new creature, like a Frankenstein. Ooh, happy Halloween almost. Bye.